Welcome back for another 5-minute market update. Congratulations to all of you Ripple holders. Now they have officially finished the SEC lawsuit. This is huge news. And of course, the market is behaving as it should. While XRP had an amazing close, literally just closed up 11%. But there's a little bit more news I want to share with you. There is a very interesting thing happening at the Digital Asset Summit in New York, happening right now. Now, today is the 20th of March for me, but tomorrow, Donald Trump is set to speak at this summit, and people are thinking that there's going to be a new announcement regarding plans for the next steps in the crypto policy coming tomorrow. This has a lot of the market extremely excited, which we'll see in a second. And we also had an FOMC meeting that concluded today in North America, but for me yesterday. Federal Chair Powell was asked if tariff inflation is transitory. That's the base case, he responded. How do we end up back at inflation is transitory? I want you to understand that having transitory inflation is the same status of inflation as we saw back in 2021 and also in 2020. And while a lot of people are interpreting this as a negative thing, it's actually a very positive thing. The good news about FOMC minutes, as far as I can tell, is that jobs are up, that tariffs could cause short-term pain to countries, but and maybe it can contribute to inflation, but there's not really that much of an emphasis on the fear or like the things are really bad right now in regards to how the Fed is looking, which is actually bullish. And again, we're seeing that reflected all over the place. Now, crypto's different. Crypto's a little bit outside of the box, but Bitcoin had an extremely good day yesterday, closed up almost 5%. More importantly, this is what I've been telling you, it closed inside of the daily TBO cloud. You have no idea how good this is, especially because this is a relatively small move. This pump that we saw back here was almost 10% pump, 9.5%. That's a huge move. This is reasonable. Now, on the daily time frame, we finally got our on-balance volume cross above the white moving average. Volume is still well below average. RSI is not yet overbought, but it's most likely headed up to this level of resistance. Going to the 4-hour time frame, the price of BTC is finally back above the 4-hour cloud, which is amazing. Now, it's been like this before, but seriously, it's been a while. Now, there's still a lot of levels that we have to break above. And this target that we're still eyeing for BTC is up here at 92K. If it can break above this level, then sky is the limit. Now, looking at our resistance raise, we finally took out one ray, and this is a very short-term one. So hooray, that one's done. But now we have all these levels from 90,000 all the way up. But this is an extremely positive outcome. Believe me, this is a really much needed burst of relief. And because it's been such a positive day, guess what hasn't been looking so positive? That's right, stablecoin dominance. I've been tracking this on purpose and helping you understand how RSI works. And we've been watching daily RSI go lower and lower while the price of stablecoin dominance increasing more and more ever since the beginning of March. But we had some preemptive bearish signals back here, TBT bearish divergence. We also knew that stablecoin dominance was reaching this zone where we often see stablecoin dominance be terminated from or rejected from. But the best thing that's happening right now is stablecoin dominance is finally closed inside of the cloud. We want it to fall inside of the TBO cloud and just continue to dump, because the more we see stablecoin dominance fall inside the cloud, the more bearish it gets, the more bullish crypto gets. Now, we're not seeing that translated yet into the others market cap, but I do believe that this is going to be happening soon. So the first thing that's going to happen is top 10 will pump, which they are right now, and then that money is going to trickle into the mid caps and the low caps. So others will get a very nice benefit from this pump, but it's not happening yet. BVOL 7D is still looking really good. Now, I am skeptical about it continuing to fall given the sharp little injection of volatility we just saw, but this is also what I warned you about yesterday, saying that our daily RSI is super duper oversold, so we should be careful not to get too giddy about this. And we should also kind of expect it to slightly tick up higher because of FOMC meetings. But this news is actually really bullish. So while it's not the negative type of volatility, volatility will increase a little bit in my opinion, but I still think we're headed down to this range. That's our bounce zone down here. Now let's look at some alts. Ethereum closed up 6.45% yesterday, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, so needed. Now, it did not close inside of the TBO cloud like Bitcoin did, but what happened here with daily RSI is massive because this overhead resistance line finally was closed above today or yesterday's daily candle, which is amazing. Now, it needs to take out this level here of 60, and then of course going up to overbought levels in order for it to really change how things are looking. But this is still an amazing start. Plus, we have on balance volume that has crossed above the moving average. Again, it's too early to get really excited, but man, oh man, this is a good sign. We still have CME gaps at 2,600 and also up here at 3,200. So please understand we're not out of the woods yet. And really, we just need to see it go up a lot more, ideally inside of the TBO cloud. XRP, because of the positive ruling, the SEC dropping the case officially, it pumped well above the TBO cloud, 11% yesterday. Congratulations. It's amazing. I'm super excited and happy for you guys. Now, short term, anything that goes up too high too fast usually has a correction. So our short term target for a pullback, if we're going to see something like that, which we may or we may not, it's probably going to be here about 240. And obviously we have very strong resistance for XRP here at TBO resistance at 318. So just keep that in mind. Solana also had a really good day, but more importantly, we have, don't worry about this. This is something for the club. Don't worry, I'm giving too much away. We have seen finally Sol closing above overhead resistance that has been in place ever since January, guys. Now we had this little pump and the dump the next day. Tests right here. Now we're finally above. This is so good. Solana needs to go inside of the daily TBO cloud in order to really show us some bullish momentum, which I do believe is coming. Again, the odds are saying to me, especially with RSI growing, what price is falling, that the price should be going up higher. Same thing here for on balance volume. This is great. The moving average is still moving up. So let's see what happens. But this is still a great looking chart. Let's look at a couple of others. SUI is right at overhead resistance. This is a level it's been fighting to push above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So it's most likely going to push above today as long as the bullish momentum keeps up, and it needs to close inside of the daily TBO cloud, but ideally above this white line for at least 3 days. XLM, Stellar Lumens, has closed inside of the daily TBO cloud. Yes, this is all good stuff. XLM is very much correlated to the price action of XRP, which is why it's here, and I think it's going to continue to move up higher. It is still very much oversold. Aave printed a TBT bullish divergence cluster. Now these things are going to start looking like, in hindsight, oh man, that was such a good buy signal. We're going to see these all over the place over the next couple weeks. But this is a great reversal signal here for Aave. Hype, sorry, I know my head's in the way, but let me see if I can do this. There we go. Hype. Again, I told you guys, I was like, this is a really strong area of support. It would be a good idea. I mean, we had this TBT bullish divergence signal yesterday. We're most likely going to see an on-balance volume cross above the moving average today. Volume is still underwhelming, but it's all the way here at the bottom of the TBO cloud, which is amazing, pumping 10% in a day. NEIRO status update, it's moving inside of the daily TBO cloud. It's looking good. And then NEIRO on ETH had an incredible bounce yesterday of 17%, going right off of support and stopping almost at resistance. This is incredible, but a very, very, very good sign for this chart. Oh man, what a great day, guys. Honestly, I'm super excited for what the weekend's going to bring. If any of this price action caught you off guard and you're like, wait, how is this possible? Like, what does all this stuff mean? How do I get access to this? You got to go to thebettertraders.com. The link is in the description below. We have amazing courses. I highly recommend checking out 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. It's a great starter/intermediate course. But if you want more tools like the TBO, TBT divergence, all that fun stuff, market updates, watch lists, trade setups, join the Better Traders Club. Ideally, you want to join the trader tier to get access to the TBO and a lot of stuff. But if you want TBT divergence, you got to join the pro tier. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.